Hey there, and welcome to this explainer. Today we're diving into a habit that is just fundamentally transformative, yet, incredibly easy to overlook in our super fast-paced lives. We are unpacking the profound and, frankly, pretty surprising benefits of picking up a book. Because reading isn't just a leisurely hobby. It's a serious, scientifically backed upgrade for your mind, your emotional well-being, and honestly, your whole future.
But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, I want to start with a really honest question for you. When was the last time you actually sat down and read a book? Or hey, even a substantial magazine article? For so many of us, it is just so easy for our daily reading habits to slip away. I mean, we constantly find ourselves just skimming those 280-character tweets or mindlessly scrolling through social media updates.
Okay, let's dive into this. Seriously, are the directions on your instant oatmeal packet the most rigorous reading you've done all week? If you're one of the countless people who don't make a habit of reading regularly, you are severely missing out. You're literally leaving incredible cognitive and emotional benefits entirely on the table.
So, let's get into our first major pillar today. Theme 1, the brain gym, where we focus on exercising your mind.
We really need to start looking at the brain exactly like any other muscle in the human body. It strictly follows that old use it or lose it rule. Just like your biceps or your heart, your mind requires deliberate, consistent exercise to stay strong and healthy. And studies have actually shown that staying mentally stimulated through reading can slow the progress of, or possibly even prevent, cognitive decline like Alzheimer's and dementia. Keeping your brain active and engaged prevents it from losing its power. Much like doing a complex puzzle or playing a really strategic game of chess, reading provides the exact kind of vital cognitive stimulation that your brain absolutely craves.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the physical change reading actually creates inside your head. Think about it. When you read a book, you have to remember this whole assortment of characters, their complex backgrounds, their ambitions, and all the various subplots weaving through the story. Every single new memory you create to track that story actually forges new synapses, which are your brain pathways, and it strengthens the existing ones. It's a literal workout for your neurons.
But the benefits of this neural workout go way beyond just short-term memory recall. Remarkably, it also aids in stabilizing your moods. Reading is this heavy-lifting cognitive exercise that surprisingly acts to balance your emotions right at a biological level. This mental gym also actively builds much stronger analytical skills. Just think about the last time you read an amazing mystery novel. To figure out who done it before the end of the book, you had to put your critical thinking to work, right? You had to actively note the details provided, sort them out logically, and synthesize all that information. That same analytical ability helps you critique a plot, judge character development, and carefully consider all aspects of a situation so you can state your opinions clearly in your everyday life.
Moving right along to Theme 2, the emotional escape, and finding a little peace.
In our internet-crazed world, our attention is constantly, relentlessly fractured. Beyond the mental workout we just talked about, reading acts as the ultimate antidote to our chaotic, overstimulated modern environment. I mean, think about it. In a single 5-minute span, the average person is juggling working on a task, checking their email, chatting with people on social media, keeping an eye on Twitter, monitoring their smartphone notifications, and interacting with others in the room. This intense, non-stop multitasking behavior drastically spikes our stress levels and actually lowers our daily productivity. Now contrast that overwhelming chaos with losing yourself in a really great story. No matter how much stress you've got at work, in personal relationships, or from countless other daily issues, it all just slips away when you dive into a book. A well-written novel literally transports you to other realms. An engaging article distracts you and firmly anchors you in the present moment, letting all those accumulated tensions simply drain away.
When you read, all of your attention focuses down onto a single narrative. The rest of the chaotic world just falls away. You completely immerse yourself in every fine detail you're absorbing. And this singular focus doesn't just bring relaxation. Fully immersing yourself in a subject can bring about this immense inner peace and a really deep sense of tranquility.
Which brings us to Theme 3, the practical edge, focusing on knowledge and vocabulary.
So we've talked about maintaining the brain's hardware and soothing our emotional software, but reading also provides incredibly tangible life advantages. Every single piece of information you read fills your head with new knowledge, and you literally never know when a random fact or a new perspective might come in handy. The universal truth here is that the more knowledge you've accumulated, the better equipped you are to tackle any unpredictable challenge you will ever face in life.
So, the crucial point is this. Although you might lose everything else in dire circumstances, your job, your possessions, your money, or even your health,
Your knowledge can never, ever be taken from you. It is a permanent, untouchable investment in yourself.
And a massive part of that permanent knowledge is a direct boost to your communication skills. The more you read, the more words you gain exposure to. By seeing them used in context, these new words will inevitably weave their way right into your everyday vocabulary.
And let me tell you, being articulate and well-read pays massive dividends. People who are knowledgeable on literature, scientific breakthroughs, and global events tend to get promotions more quickly and more often than those with smaller vocabularies. Plus, reading books is absolutely essential for learning new languages. Non-native speakers gain exposure to words used in their proper context, which significantly improves their own speaking and writing fluency. It's a real game changer.
Now, you might be wondering about the cost of all these life-changing benefits. While buying books just so you can annotate them and dog-ear the pages can definitely get a bit pricey, there is an ultimate, budget-friendly solution out there for endless entertainment: your local library. You absolutely do not need a massive budget to reap these rewards. You can simply visit your local library and access thousands of incredible books entirely for free. Libraries have books on literally every subject imaginable, and because they rotate their stock constantly and always acquire new releases, you will never, ever run out of free entertainment.
Whether your specific tastes lie in classical literature, poetry, fashion magazines, deep dive biographies, religious texts, young adult books, self-help guides, street lit, or romance novels, there is a genre for every single person on the planet. There is absolutely something out there waiting to capture your specific curiosity and imagination. So here is my challenge to you. Step away from your computer for a little while. Physically disconnect from your digital distractions and that multitasking chaos. Crack open a book. Focus your mind on a single story and replenish your soul. I want to end this explainer with a final provocative question for you to consider right now. What book will you pick up today to start building a healthier, smarter mind? The knowledge is out there, and the benefits are immense. So go on. Go find your next great read.